I finally feel free of all of the things that were not for me, that did not serve me. As a teen, when I got to like 16, I found myself homeless. Just trying to do better, wanting a different life, wanting a different reality from the one that I had been born into.
Hello and welcome to Second Act, the podcast and community for women in midlife who refuse to fade into the background. I'm your host, Ateh Jewel, and I'll be speaking to celebrity guests about the moment they knew they were in their second act and how they're changing the game in their next one. Joining us today is actress and writer Sherise Blackman. Sherise has starred in some amazing TV shows, including Line of Duty, Bridgerton, my favourite, and EastEnders. She also has a brand new comedy drama called Do Not Disturb, which is now available on Audible, focusing on South London women as they navigate friendship, dating and desire. Sounds like my Friday night. Sherise Blackman, welcome to Second Act. Sherise Blackman! I'm so excited to have you on Second Act.
I'm so excited to be here.
I've been singing all morning. My Sherise, amor.
Yeah.
That's like Sherise, mama.
Stevie, babe, sing it.
You sing it. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome to Second Act. And let's kick off.
Yeah.
So could you please summarise your first act in 3 words?
My first act in 3 words was survival.
Nice.
Struggle.
Yes.
And a journey.
Talk to me. Struggle. What was the struggle?
Do you know what it is? I'm the eldest of 5 children. And I'm the girl, so I have the oldest daughter, oldest whatever syndrome, whatever that's called.
You carry everything.
You carry everything. You carry everything. And so I saw a thing the other day that was talking about thriving and surviving. I think I came out the womb like trying to survive, in terms of there was a lot of things at play. My mum had me quite young and stuff like that. And obviously I had lots of siblings, and it was kind of tough. And I think that I was a bit of a people pleaser, and I wanted to make sure everybody else was happy.
But we were taught that.
I think we were conditioned.
We were conditioned to do that.
Conditioned to make sure everybody was okay and everything was done, and I was always like the helper. And I used to get like praise, oh my God, she's so helpful, and and it was like, okay, I used to wear it like a badge of honor. And I don't think that first act I was able to really find me. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm going back now, and I'm like, yeah, but what did you want to do?
That is so interesting. Your whole identity, I completely relate to this,
Yeah.
and I think so many of us do, is you get a pat on the head from being good girl.
You're a good girl.
Good girl.
Good girl. I was a good girl, and that was my thing. Whereas my sister, second child, she was the rebel, because that's how it works, isn't it? Like, she had the freedom to mess up and da-da-da-da, but I was the one with my head screwed on.
Because you had to.
Yeah, my head was... I remember, she's got her head screwed on, right? Yeah, she's a sensible one, that one. She's a good... So I'm like, okay, that's who I am. You just grow into that, don't you?
Yeah.
You do everything right.
And you never ask what your needs are. And that's at 47, I'm just working out, what do I like? What do I need? What's going on? So you had that as well. The disease to please.
Literally. It was, I've always been a strong character, always been very determined and very ambitious and all of these things. It was a struggle. It was,
And the survival, what's that? What was that?
The multifaceted way I'm expected to show up, I had to survive that if I was going to enter any sort of season of thriving. And so that's why I say survival. I feel like there's like a generational thing that's passed down from grandmother to mother to daughter. And I survived it so that I could break it.
Yeah. Breaker of chains,
Break
mother
those
of
chains.
dragons.
Listen, it was funny because there's a song that I've been listening to at the moment on my playlist, "Break Every Chain" by Tasha Cobbs.
Ooh.
Oh, it speaks to my spirit.
I'm going to download that immediately.
Break every chain, and it just... My daughter was making me laugh, like, she's just repeating the same words. I'm like, yeah, but the way she's singing it. Break every chain, break every chain. And I just think that, yeah, I will say survival, because I survived that era, that season.
What was the expectation on you? Because I did an article where I just said all my business. My mum's a Trini. Why you say all your business?
All your business. You said the cardinal sin. You spoke your business. You don't tell people your business.
She's like, oh, you really put it all out there. You put it all out there, Ateh. And I was like, speak the truth, shame the devil.
Boom.
What did you have to break
So
through?
the first thing that's drummed into you is don't speak your business. Don't be out here telling people's business. That was like instilled from a young age. So you had to keep that pretense up because, you know, there were struggles. There was poverty. You know, I have experienced a period of homelessness. People won't know this, but it was true.
In your family?
As a family,
Oh,
and then
that's
also
tough.
as a teen.
Yeah.
When I got to like 16, I found myself homeless. And
scary.
these really scary times.
And so vulnerable.
God is good. And my therapist, who I spent quite a lot of time with in recent years, has said the bravest thing you ever did was that day when you bet on yourself and you said, this is not for me. I cannot keep doing this. And you made a decision at a very young age
A child.
to step away from what you just said wasn't for you.
Yes.
And the situation. And also, like, you know, just trying to do better, wanting a different life, wanting a different reality from the one that I had been born into. I'm not in the business of assigning blame to anybody. There's a lot of forgiveness that's happened since then.
Everyone does their best.
Everyone does their best with what they have. And unfortunately, these were situations and circumstances that were not of my choosing, but I found myself in. And I had to make, at 16, I was making choices
Good for you.
for myself
Yeah.
that have impacted my future.
And it was a good decision.
It was the best. So, you know, I got saved at a very young age.
Yeah.
Faith has been my rock and been my guiding light in much darker times. And just believing that there is more for me out there.
Can I just say that faith saves people?
It's facts.
Because it's like, do you think that's, because you're an artist and you're a writer and you're an actress and you're all these things, do you think, my friends say I'm slightly delulu, and I'm like,
You have to be.
thank you.
You have to be.
Thank you, amen.
You have to be.
So do you think that helped you, being slightly delusional and thinking of an altered reality until you make it that? Because I think it's been very helpful.
It's been my superpower.
I want to cry.
To be blindly and unquestionably faithful to what people would say, well, you can't see. You can't. I don't need to. I feel it. I feel it. I feel the protection. I feel the guidance. I feel the counsel. And it's real. And so you can say whatever you want, but nothing's going to convince me it's not real. And if that's crazy and that's delulu, then that's fine. Leave me be.
Oh my God, I am delulu with you.
I'm delulu.
And
Let me
thank
be
you.
delulu and delusional in my love of God. Let me be delusional and in my love and devotion to something that gives me peace.
And when did you get your faith?
So really young. So my grandmother is a prayer warrior. And she grew up in the church and she would quote scripture. I used to say to her, how do you know?
That's amazing.
She just, you know, and it's seeing that light in someone, like that goodness in somebody. And despite whatever happened to her in her life, my grandma had like 6 children. And they were like one after the other, like they don't make them like her anymore. And she was a prayer warrior, but my mum also prayed and had faith. Even my dad had faith. And so they've always had that. There's something bigger than, and there's something to answer to. So it was always around me growing up. And then I think in my early teens, I was struggling with depression, and that's what lifted me out of that. Having that relationship and conversation that, do you know what, I'm going to be delulu. I'm going to follow you. Yeah. And I believe you can lead me out of this. Yeah. And he did, and has never left me and never forsaken me, even to this day. So I'm like, well, it worked.
It's so true. I think believing in something bigger than yourself
100%.
always works.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
You know, again, everyone is entitled to do as they please. We are all our own individuals with free will. This is what I believe.
Literally, I went to Catholic girls' school. My mum's a bit of a hippie. We used to howl at the moon and hug trees.
Oh, okay.
It was like lots of different ways to know there's something bigger than what you are. One of my daughters dropped a bomb on me. I don't think I believe in God. And I was just like, Well, that is your choice, but you got to believe in something because something's going on.
Something's
The
happening.
universe is too big for this all to be coincidences. So it was just so interesting. And you know, when you're like, you do you, queen, but
Exactly. And I think that's
believe in something. Believe in a mountain. Believe in nature. Believe in the moon. But you have to believe in something.
Yeah. I mean, again, my grandma taught me so much about faith, and she was she was speaking about her faith and what she believes in. And I went off and did my own research.
Oh, good for you.
And I, pulled out a Bible, had a little read, and had some questions, started attending church.
Ooh.
And it's just, and I've done the same with my children. Like, again, they've come with me and followed along, but then I want them to know and find what they need to find. This is what I have. This is my faith. I've given my life to Christ. And this year, all 3 of my children got baptized.
Oh.
They made the decision. They decided they wanted to.
Oh, I love that for all of you.
Thank you.
If you were to give yourself a report card for your first act, what would it say?
On me personally, or what life had for me?
Everything.
Okay. So me personally, I'm giving myself a 10 out of 10.
Boom!
An A star.
A star!
A 9. My effort, I'm giving myself an A star.
A star!
9. Okay?
Yes. For effort,
For life.
for attitude, for everything.
Yeah, for all of the above. And then for life, 2.
Must do better. bring
Needs
some.
room for improvement.
So
there
life-
there was room for improvement in the first act.
But did you understand that it had nothing to do with you, or did you take that personally?
I took it personally because I'm too young to understand that. I don't have the life skills, and nobody had modelled that. Actually, this hasn't got anything to do with you. No one sat down and had a conversation with me. So it was a bit like, well, this is the life I've given. Maybe there's something
Wrong with
me. That's why I have this life.
Yeah.
And so I accepted that.
For how long?
Probably until I met my husband. And I met him young. I met him young. We've been together 27 years.
Oh, so how old were you? I'm trying to do the maths.
It was 16.
You were a baby. I'm getting divorced, but 19. And there's something very beautiful when you meet someone young and you grow up with them.
100%.
They become your family.
Yeah.
It's more than a boyfriend.
It's more than that.
They are part of you.
Yeah, and he comes from a lovely family.
That's really good.
Great family. And I was like,
You married a family. That's
I married,
what I love.
and it was, his
Good.
parents were just the most incredible people.
Did they scoop you up?
They scooped me up. They
That's what you
just
need.
scooped me up, this young girl, and were like pouring love onto me. Just unconditional love.
And that's why you're still married.
They sadly passed recently, and I
Oh,
still miss
bless
them
them.
terribly. Like, they were just incredible human beings that just were good people. And
So did you move out? You met at 16. Is that why you moved out?
No. I was on my, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
I got it. I wasn't looking at a boyfriend. I wasn't.
No,
I was
you-
working like 3 jobs. I had to survive.
You weren't running to him. You ran for yourself.
I was
which
running
is-
for myself.
which is good.
And then I believe God just sent me a little angel to look after me on that way. I wasn't necessarily looking for anything. I was like, trust me, boyfriend was the last thing on my mind. I was trying to make rent.
3 jobs.
I was-
What did you do? What were your 3 jobs?
So I worked at Sainsbury's.
Nice.
That's where I met him.
Oh, cute.
He worked freezers. I worked checkouts. And so Sainsbury's, I worked in Blockbuster.
Old school.
Old school.
I love the Blockbuster.
Blockbuster video.
That's cool though. You're a cool girl to work in Blockbuster.
And then I also waitressed in
That's-
Central.
That's very
Yeah,
good.
Uptown. There was a restaurant in Central London off Oxford Street that I waitressed at.
I had 4 jobs at university as well, but it was exhausting.
Yeah.
And I just cried most of I cried every day for 3 years at university. What was that? But I still had my mum, and I had people who had my back in that way, and I was still depressed. What was it like to feel like there was no safety net?
You don't miss what you don't have. So, like, I don't know what that is. I had a loving grandmother. I had uncles and aunts. These are my mum's younger siblings that were really supportive and also tried to have my back. And my uncle used to like always be there for me. He was like incredible. Always like, encouraging me that I could be more. And don't let the world tell you who you are.
That's a gift to have that.
And so those were the extra people that were in my life that were always kind of whispering to me that, we believe in you. And then I met my husband, and he was very much like, oh no, you're going places. I can see. And I was like, you keep telling me these things. Like, I really wasn't seeing it for myself. And that was a journey. That's when I said the third thing was a journey. It was a journey to actually see myself.
I think, as my therapist says, you have to like let go of stories that don't belong to you. And that's half of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
That like life teaches you stories, you internalize them. They don't belong to you.
Yeah.
It's the nonsense from other people's trauma that they're dumping all over you.
Oh, yeah.
And that is so beautiful that you got to do that and you can see that.
Yeah, like I was carrying legacy,
Yeah.
unfortunately, family legacy, generational trauma. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, you pick it up and you scoop it up and then you have it for so long. You just, well, of course it's mine. Well, where did it come from?
Not yours.
It's not yours.
Put it down. Put the heavy bag down.
Put it down.
Put it down. So you are now in your second act, even though you look about, 16 still. You look beautiful. You know what? Whatever you do, you're going to look like this for the next 20, 25 years.
God willing.
You'll have a little wrinkle and then that'll be it.
God willing.
and then you'll look 20. But what does second act mean to you now?
Oh, freedom.
Oh, I love that.
Freedom.
Freedom from what?
Freedom that I never even knew you could have. Freedom from expectation. Freedom from judgment. Freedom from anything that does not belong to me.
Oh, I love that. Freedom!
Yeah. First word, just like I finally feel free of all of the things that were not for me, that did not serve me.
And having the confidence to twirl away from them.
Just be like, that's not for me.
That's not for me. And how does that show up with like relationships, with family? You just like, nah, I don't owe you anything. Because it's very hard to, when you have negative noise in your family or you have bonds or friends or anything like that.
Gosh, mate.
How do you twirl away?
We got, my peace is I protect my peace at all costs.
Yeah.
If you are going to disturb that peace, whomever you may be, I'm afraid we can't do that.
Yes.
And so, with all the grace in the world, I wish you well. Bye.
Goodbye. I love that. I love that. You know what I say to my children? You know when in the American Army, they make you pledge?
Yes.
And they say, I will defend this country against
I
all
will defend my peace.
Foreign and domestic. And that's what I say.
Facts.
Foreign and domestic.
Foreign and domestic.
And domestic is your family and people
All
who
the
say you're your
people-
friends and all the cray-cray.
All the people that believe they are entitled
Yes.
to a piece of you,
Yes.
entitled to your time, no.
Yeah.
I definitely, second act, realised that actually the only person that's entitled to those things is me.
And how do you have any sense of guilt? Because I know for myself, for other people, there's this, you've been conditioned to feel guilty.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, like, I was very estranged from my dad for years.
Yeah, same.
And thank you. And people are like, oh, but that's your father.
Oh, God, if I hear that one more
That's
time.
your
I'm very aware of who they are.
That's your father. And I'm like, well, if Father Christmas came down the chimney and punched you in the face every Christmas, would you be excited for Christmas?
I love that analogy. Might have to write
My
that
Father
one.
Christmas and your Father Christmas
Are not the same.
Are not the same. So people think of a Father Christmas as
Yeah.
giving you presents and love and whatever, rather than hide the Christmas tree. Who he's coming?
I had a lot of therapy to kind of wrestle with that.
Yeah.
Because you're right, guilt is just inherent,
Yes.
And then you say, oh no, if anything happens to them, blah, 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 all of that. You go, oh no, you only get one. Yeah, I'm fully aware. And so those conversations used to trigger me.
Yes.
They used to trigger me.
Because it is.
Because people say, oh, how's so-and-so? I'm like, we don't talk.
You're a bad person. Cause
You need
don't-
to fix that. Someone actually said that to me, well, you need to fix that. I said, I need to fix it?
The child needs
The
to
child
fix
needs to fix it.
Right. Yeah.
And they were like, because what people do when they do that is they automatically internalize that to themselves. So they're thinking, if my child didn't speak to me, then, oh my God, da, da, da. That's your business, okay? You don't know what's going on in my business. So I don't tend to comment on other people's circumstances and situations because that's just disrespectful. I don't know. My mother-in-law used to say, come see me and come live with me. And I take that into all situations.
Yes.
Come see me and come live with me. Now, we just see people.
Yes.
We are never living that person's life or in that person's situations. So we really don't have the context to comment.
Yes.
Now, if someone asks me for advice, that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But when you're out there unsolicited, like no one asked you. And so for me, I went on a kind of journey of healing. And for that journey of healing, now I sound really bougie and, oh, look, I'm in here. But I genuinely did. I had to dig deep, have a look at everything, to then just go, okay, I understand all of this. I have so much empathy and I have so much grace for my parents.
Yeah.
Because whatever they endured and what was not easy for them. Yeah. So I will not hold any sort of malice or any contempt for them. I actually love them.
But stay away from me.
Do you know what? It's actually, as long as you
I get it.
can perform within the boundaries that I have as an adult, then we're good. If at any time you can't, then I will, again, graciously say, I'm just going to take some time here, because what I can't do is be drawn in. I didn't spend all that damn money healing because it weren't cheap.
Expensive.
It's expensive, man. Therapy is not cheap.
Chaos. You don't want to be a chaos
I
magnet.
don't want to go back to that version of who I was. I like this version of me. I've worked really hard to get here. Ooh. So please don't take me back to somewhere I'm not looking to go. So if I feel that I'm going to be in a certain, regardless of who you are, take a minute, put you on pause. So that might be a block on socials or whatever, on phone. I will remove that at so given time when I'm ready to engage. If we are not getting anywhere, then again, we are just going to have to agree to disagree about life, because what I'm doing right now and this second act of my life, we don't have that conflict and confusion anymore and that chaos. That's over now.
It's removal.
It's removed. So it's not going to work because I'm not going to engage in that.
And sometimes people want the fight.
Oh, do they love it? Sometimes people need it.
Off it.
They feed off it, and I can't give you that. That's not there to give. I'm at peace. Do you know what I mean? I'm at peace with myself. I'm at peace with my decisions. And if this is a decision I have made, then it's a decision as a grown woman.
Yeah.
Big grown ass woman.
And people don't like it.
Well, that's a kind of you problem, babe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't be responsible for what you like and don't like.
It's so true. And it's so... to anyone who needs to hear that, it's so healing.
Yeah, it's okay.
And it doesn't make you a bad person.
Again, that worry and concern of what people think of me, I left that in the first act as well.
What was the moment that you knew you were in your second act? Where you knew, yeah, I've learned some stuff. I'm grown. I'm in a different gear.
Ooh, what was the moment? Because it was a culmination of things that I then look back and go, oh, I'm different. I'm different. Okay, so little story. So when I was younger, I had a birthday party when I turned 13, and I got bullied quite badly at school when I was younger. And I had a 13th birthday party, and the Mean Girls had told everybody not to come. So I had a birthday where like my uncle had hired like a hall and done all that really lovely stuff because he wanted to make it special for me.
This is gonna break my heart.
And no one came. Like,
I would have come with balloons and cake.
Obviously, my cousin,
and hippie top.
And I felt, you know,
no
when it was
friends.
no school, and you knew it was bad because my auntie said, "Oh, you," because my cousin was. I've got older cousins, and she was like, "Oh, you should have said. I would have got Gus to bring his friend." I thought, "Oh no, see, not
the pity friends,
not the pity
cousin friends,
not the pretty cousins that you don't even know." So I thought this looks bad. So anyway, that stuck with me, and so I never had another birthday party. I never had another birthday party because I was
your childhood, whatever.
Ever.
Until
I turned 40. Yes. And I had a birthday party, and I thought I am now trying to, and I was like,
please hold my hand. Because I want to cry.
So I was like, I'm going to have a 40th birthday party. And then people started texting me in the morning, oh my God, Sherise, I hope you have a wonderful day.
I'm not coming.
But I can't come because so-and-so's not well or so-and-so. And I could feel. And I was going, and then I was like, the trauma from being in that hall.
Being triggered.
In that hall when there was probably about, I'd say 20, the hall held like 150 people and there was probably like 25 people like when I had. So I was like, okay, so I had booked a hall for my 40th. Oh. And I knew that I had changed when I literally put my phone on silent and started to get dressed for my birthday party.
Yes!
And I put on a crown.
Yes.
I had like a long high pony and a like little crown around the ponytail and this gold dress. And I just said, if it's just me, a balloon and a cake, I am going to my birthday party. And I got there and people are just so terrible with their tardiness.
Yeah.
It was looking scarce in the beginning, but as it
filled
progressed,
up.
of course it filled up. Yeah, it filled up. And I had done a ball, a birthday ball. I wanted a ball. I wanted a princess ball. I wanted to be a
Bridgerton
princess.
ball.
Well, I was working on the show.
Which makes me, can I just say, one of my favourite shows with my daughters.
Yeah.
We just twirl around the house. Good
So
for you.
I decided that my 40th, I was going to have a birthday ball in the Bridgerton thread. Yes. And so it said like dress to impress. It said like tuxedos, ball gowns. I kid you not, people actually hired tuxes and came in tuxedos and ball gowns. And we had a red carpet.
Was it healing?
It was so healing. It was so, and also, like I said, I made that decision before I even left. I was like, I am not doing this. I'm not being haunted by pains of the past.
13-year-old hall.
13-year-old empty hall. And I could see it like it was, I literally can see it like it was yesterday. It was above a pub.
Oh, God.
And so I had my 40th birthday ball, and it was such a great night.
I love that.
It was filled with laughter and joy. And there's this beautiful picture that I have as my screensaver on my laptop, where everyone at the end of the night got together and we took this photograph, and it was just this sea of beautiful faces, dressed gorgeously. And I was just like, it's okay. If nobody is going to celebrate me, I'm going to celebrate me.
That's beautiful.
And so I didn't need the room, even if the room had been empty for whatever reason, I would have been okay with it, because I said, you know, I'm showing up for myself. And so for me, the second act has been an ode, a gift to the little Sherise.
I want to cry. I love that so much. I would have hired a camera crew and just done music videos by myself. I would have just been like, that hall is my stage.
Oh my gosh. So
but I love that
when
for
we
you.
dropped Candy and everybody came in and we just started doing the I was like, party's time. And it was, but like, I've not been having an actual birthday party. Like, I've been out for dinner with people, but that's, you know, very controlling. But to have a party where you invite people and people come, even like my marriage, we eloped. So do you know what I mean? It's like a party that people have to come. And I just couldn't do it again to myself, because little Sherise would have just died.
Too much. Well, that is a very mic drop second act. It's okay, because Big Sherise has got you.
Yeah, Big Sherise can. I'll be the party.
You are the party.
I am the party. I bring the party. I am the party. And so for me, I think that was a real, from that 40th where I just went, not doing this.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's about you. It's not about who cheers for you,
Yeah.
who celebrates. You celebrate yourself.
Being claimed or being
Being chosen. None of that stuff. This is about me.
Yeah.
So you do you.
I love that. This is the lessons I'm learning in my 40s.
Yeah.
Talk to me. You were a flight attendant, which is very glamorous, before you were an actress.
So not glamorous.
What?
As I stand there at 4 a.m. eating like a passenger meal, and they said it was glamorous. They said it. No. I love
it's hard
travel.
work.
I love travel.
Is that what? Yeah.
I love people. And it was a grand way to see the world, meet people from different walks of life. And it was. I think it was one of my favourite roles.
And you know what? So good for writing.
Oh,
all those character studies.
My friend, just getting to observe the human condition for that long, because 20 odd years doing it.
You did 20 years.
23 years.
Oh my goodness! And it's like a Canterbury Tales of Chaucer. You're in a confined space, and you see who people really are.
You sometimes sit there and so hang on a minute. Let me get this right. You booked, packed, got yourself to the airport, but now on this plane, common sense is
left the building.
It is a distant memory. We left that at 35,000 feet on the floor. Because when we got up there, common sense is what is happening.
What's the craziest thing you've seen up in the sky? Because I've heard some crazy stuff. I used to be on the beauty counter, and there was a lot of flight attendants who also moonlighted as beauty girls. And I've heard some stuff, but I want to hear what's the craziest thing you've done.
There's just so much, and I don't know if I can say anything.
Do it.
But when you're cutting out the label of somebody's underpants because it's itching them.
That sounds like that sounds hashtag
it's a grown adult.
A man?
A man.
Yeah, that's a hashtag Me Too situation.
A grown man. He said it's itching him. Do we have scissors?
Oh my God. And you did it. He just wanted your hands in his pants.
I just put.
You just did that.
Cut the label out of his pants. Why am I cutting the label out of grown people's pants? Strangers on an aircraft.
I think that was very. I think he was a bad man, and he wanted a piece.
I am being innocent with this.
If I'd be like, girl, he wanted a piece of you. He wanted your hands in his pants.
Don't, because I have been groped as well. It's just
Yes, it's
Vegas is a
gross.
crazy flights, and people drink way too much.
And then they just
lose minds.
lose
Oh man, just craziness.
I've never heard a grown man ask you to cut his label out like he's 8 years old.
I would say younger than 8. Younger.
4, like 3.
Like the 3-year-old, you put, mummy, it's itching. Like, even at that big age.
And he did.
I don't ask. I just thought, you know what?
Let me just get it done.
I think when I get on board and when I was you just have an end goal, which is to be at that door and say goodbye to everybody.
Survive.
So every time, let's just get to that door, that ding, cabin crew, place doors, and then you just,
20.
bye.
And then you have the smile.
Bye.
It's a performance. It's
a
performance
that's
art.
one of the most dedicated roles that I have had to do.
I would have loved that. I love that for you. That's hilarious. Can you tell us what it's like to be on the set of Bridgerton? It is the dream. I'd love to be an extra or a duchess because I already am in my mind.
Of course you are.
Did you meet any of the cast? What was it like? What was that experience?
Fantastic. Well, as you know, one of the cast is in my my audio. Yeah. So yes, cast are lovely, crew is lovely, the team are great. I mean, it's Bridgerton. Like, I don't even think you need to say much more. Okay,
Healing.
It's ball gowns, it's fans,
It's
a world to escape, and the sets are just incredible, and you know everything. It's Bridgerton.
And it's so healing to be, as a black woman, to be part of that world. Because growing up, I loved history. I loved
history.
Period.
Yeah, period. Yes.
And it was like I was never part of the story. I was never part of the glamour. I was never part at the center of anything. And to see that to watch with my daughters is so healing.
So I watched with my big girl, and we watched it like everybody else. The first season, reggae, Jean, and all of that. And it was like everything you just said, exactly the same. Me and my daughter watched it. And we dreamed, and we were like, oh, we could be ladies on the ton.
Yes!
I kid you not. 6 months later,
You got a call.
I was on it as I had a small role, and my daughter walked in as an essay.
That's the
And I have a picture of me and her dressed up in our dresses. And it was just fabulous. But that, my friend, faith.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, you speak that.
And you put it out.
We said we would be gorgeous ladies on the ton.
And
she looked stunning in her. Do you know what? She said she was an essay, and she was at the garden party in season 2, and she was playing badminton.
Oh.
And they dressed her like Princess Tiana. So it was a green dress. I remember she came back from the costume fit. She went, I'm Princess Tiana. Because growing up, Tiana came out,
and
that was
that was our princess,
and she was beautiful, and she was dark, and so she has this green. So for Bridgerton, she had a green dress on. She had the kind of thing, and she looked lovely. It was fantastic.
Is it so healing for you to see your baby like that as well?
Do you know, we just had fun.
Yeah.
We just had fun. I mean, like I said, I think everybody that watches that show and appreciates and enjoys that show is for all of the things. It's all of the things.
It's everything. People don't understand how healing it is to be part of that world and to be the power that
and
you
I
can
worked
have.
in production on it as well, so I also worked behind the scenes to help diversify the behind the scenes cast.
Very good.
So I worked on a great program with the producers, and we ended up helping people get entry level roles to learn production roles in like camera, lighting, costume, sound. So it felt so empowering
and holistic. It's a real deal.
Yeah, the real deal, like real talk. Now we're doing real things here.
And power is taught, and you have to
step into it.
Step into it. What was your most memorable day on the Line of Duty set, and why? Why can't I say memorable?
Memorable. Some words trip us up. I was trying to say scarcity the other day, and I'm honestly what it was coming out as. It was not scarcity. My husband had to come and look at the word.
Scarcity.
I was saying scarcity. I could not say the word.
Memorable.
Memorable. There you go.
Line of Duty. What was and why?
So, I mean, this isn't a spoiler because it's been out for a while. It was season 6, but obviously I got killed in that episode. And I wasn't dead, but they obviously had to drag me and do the CPR on me.
Okay.
I wasn't dead.
Oh my.
So I was like, I'm alive still, be careful.
And they were just like being rough.
Well, yeah, because it was like X amount of men that were like, I think they might have been like, had some jobs in the army. I don't know who, but they were dragging me with my arms. And like, because obviously, I was dead. They were dragging my body away from the vehicles, high shootings going on. It was, we're acting, we're doing the thing. But I'm still alive. My arms were attached to my body and I can feel that.
Oh, so that was hardcore.
And also all the gear is heavy. Yeah. I don't know what I thought, but that stuff is heavy. All of that stuff. So yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so
you were like, please be delicate with me.
Yeah, great.
You also played a police officer on EastEnders. These are just bangers. These are just iconic shows you're on. Is there something about playing service personnel which appeals to you?
No, but clearly for casting it does.
You just say yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll take it.
I'll take it. I think I have apparently very authoritative.
You do.
Demeanor. And I do those roles really well. Like I assert authority.
Do people ask you for directions on the street?
Always.
Me too. High five.
I don't know.
I think they know.
It's just you just seem like you know where you're going.
Boss.
That's it. She knows
they just see boss. People go, could I just ask you? And I'm like, duh. And it's authority.
Yeah, and that's actually kind of like one of the things up there. She's very authoritative. So I remember when I like auditioned for Professor T for the prosecutor. And I can't lie, I love like Law and Order and all those I love that. So when I got that tape in, I was doing my kind of like, Your Honor, really, and I got the role.
Yes, because it's like, you were it. You became it.
I just embodied that kind of like authoritative,
Yes.
I loved it, and I got to wear the wig and the hat. I was like, this is why I do it. Any role that allows me to dress up, I'm there.
It's so fun. It's just
so
playing.
It's meant to be fun.
It's playing.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this decade you're in. What has it meant to you so far? First of all, how old are you? Tell the people. I know I said you look 16 to 20. How old are you?
Next week, I'll be 44.
Beautiful. And what has your 40s meant to you?
Oh, it's been the best. Like, I feel like I've stepped into so when I was younger, I used to love like the way I dress. I like to dress. I like to match a coat with a bag, and I like all that. But I was like in my teens and people were like, how old are you? 40. And what I've realized is I've always been 40. I just needed to catch up with myself.
I get it.
Because now like everyone's like, oh, I love what you're wearing. I love your style. I mean, I've had this style my whole life, but I was too young for it.
Your body caught up.
So I finally caught up, and I'm now in the era and the decade that I have been striving for my whole life.
I completely relate
Do
to
you?
that.
That's crazy.
I have pictures, I'll show you, where my ex-husband said, why did you look like a 44-year-old divorcee when you were 19? And I was like...
Same.
I looked like there was a lot of scarves going on.
Yes,
Bags
I loved
scarves.
a bag. I just wanted to, and so it was crazy because I said this to my sister the other day. She went, "Oh my God, you're so right. Peppermint tea.
Yes.
I'd like to go out for a nice like lunch." But again, I think everyone was raving back then and doing, and I didn't want that. And
I used to have picnics in my room and in my dorm.
And so now I'm at this stage where I'm like, let's meet for lunch.
Yes.
Would you like to go get a coffee? And I wear my slacks with my boots and my little pretty pussy bow blouse.
You've grown into
I've
who
grown
you
into
are.
that, and I'm like, oh, now people are accepting me.
I loved it. I used to love a power blazer.
Ugh, don't.
At 17,
Don't.
it was a lot, but now
I can blazer my heart out, and no one says nothing to me. And actually, they go, "Where'd you get that blazer from?"
I see you. I see you. I see you. How has your approach to motherhood changed as you've gotten older?
Again, a bit like the 40s, I think I've always been a mother.
Yes.
I think that comes with being like an older sibling.
You have mothered.
I've mothered, and like the first grandchild, so all my cousins are younger than me as well on my mum's side. So it came very natural to me. Whereas my husband, I remember once he was like, well, can I have a go at changing a nappy? I was like, just watch me one more time.
Like, back up,
because I'm the expert here. So I think as soon as I had my children, I was I know how I want to do this. So I just reveled in being a parent and just threw everything at it. Like my kids said the other day, we had the best childhood because we were at museums in the half term. We did mazes. We did all the activities. I was that mum.
Yeah.
When my kids were small, it was I used to act out their bedtime stories because I was an actress and I was not able to really live in that. So I thought, well, hey, someone's going to get the performance. So I'd be like, sit down. Mummy's going to devise. Literally. I love that. And they loved it because I'd be like, these were sequels. I'd be like, so what? So, Ninja Baby in the Park, part 2 tomorrow.
So you were magical, Mom.
Yeah, I was magical.
You were magical, Mom, and you had that space to be.
Book day was grand in our house. They honestly, we would start prepping for book day months in advance because I had to get the stuff for the outfits. We all decided what was it going to be this year. How I remember one parent said to me, Mrs. Blackman, wow, you raised the bar.
Making everyone feel inadequate.
I was making every parent feel inadequate because they were like, Nefertiti, okay.
I love that.
Medusa and the snakes coming out of the hair with the plaits and the ribbons. I said, well, go big or go home.
I love that.
If I showed you the book week that my kids were growing up, I was sad. I get sad when I see people on my feed on book week. I'm like, I miss those days.
Because it was glorious.
So much fun.
I was working too hard. I didn't feel I had the joy because it was a hard slog. And I feel really sad about that. That I wish I didn't enjoy it as much as I should have.
And I think for me, I feel for my husband as well because I am so grateful that he was doing the hard slog.
Yeah.
Because I eat every drop of their childhood because I didn't kind of have that growing up.
Yes.
I think for me, I was so galvanized to make sure that these children were children. They remain children for as long as possible and that they really embraced being... I think I did it a bit too much now because they are at this stage where they are actually older and they still... What do you mean we're not getting stockings? I said, what? Aren't you... My son was like, I didn't get fluffy socks in my stocking. I'm like, baby, you are grown now. You're much... No.
Never. If you're that mum, they will demand
They will
that.
want it forever. So now it's like, yeah, well, hang on. No, but we've got our stockings. They open their stockings first in the morning.
I love that for them.
They get...
I said to my friend that there's two types of... When you've had quite a tough childhood, there's two types of mother you turn into. Where mothering can kind of trigger you, which I think was me.
Okay.
And there's mothering where you just fix all the wrongs.
Literally, you feel like I get a chance to... I healed myself through mothering my children the way I think I needed to be mothered when I was growing up. So what I did was, they were like, wait, we benefited, hey. But they really was... It was very much sort of like... Healing. It was so healing on those mornings or, when we would have our little... investigations or we'd go to the theatre. See, again, I've always wanted to be an actress. That was the dream that I held inside my heart as a little girl. And I loved the theatre, but it was just not something that I had access to.
Too far away for you.
It was too far away. Like, nobody was taking me to see plays. I think the first thing I ever went to see was Megan Mogg with the school. Oh. And I loved it. Yeah. But I never got to... So my kids, oh my God, from the time they could sit up on that booster in the theatre, they were there.
So you healed yourself.
They see all the plays. Yeah. They see all the plays.
Do you think they're going to follow in your footsteps or what do they want to do?
My son already did. He played Bugsy Malone at the national tour.
Yes, which is so exciting.
I was that mum that went to every... so when they played in Leeds, when they were in Edinburgh, you were there. I was there, front row. Something to go. We go backstage, we're like, oh, Ma, your mum's in tonight.
Again.
Again.
Oh, I love
I've got pictures of me by because he obviously he was on the actual Bugsy Malone poster because he played Bugsy.
The lead, your baby. That was the day. That was a movie I loved growing up.
Same.
Yeah.
And another little.
Anybody can be that body.
Fat Sam's Grand Slam. Speak easy. I got into that play. It was a school play. And then we left the school, so I didn't get to do it.
Oh God.
And then when I was really young, I don't know how, I used to read the stage newspaper, again, dreaming. So I'd go through the stage and there was an open audition at Fulham Theatre to play for Bugsy Malone. And I don't know what mood my parents were in that day, but they took me. I must have been about 10 or 11. And I auditioned and I got a role that they were not going to take me to rehearsals for, or they were not going to do all those things that you need to do to support them. And so I remember the phone call coming in and they're going, da-da-da-da-da. And my mum's like, okay, she can't do it.
Did you cry?
Oh, of course I did.
I know.
Cried. I was like, but there was just no way.
It's not going to happen.
It was never going to happen. So for my son, when I saw the audition for Bugsy, I said, and he loves it. I mean, my son loves to dress up. I mean, he will have. I bought him that Miles Morales outfit the other day when Spider-Verse came out. Wow. And not really funny. He is a bit big, but he's like he loves dressing up. We had a dressing up box in our house when my kids grew up. So I'd taken him to see David Walliams' play, and he was watching it, and he was annoyed that there was adults playing the kids' roles.
Yeah.
And so he was like, that's out of order. I'm like, yeah, because it's different. I've tried to explain to him as we've come. And, I think I'd like to be on the stage. I'd like to do some theatre. And he'd played Sheriff of Nottingham in his school play, and he's definitely got a talent. So when I saw the audition for Bugsy Malone for the national tour, I said, he went to audition for Fizzy, and I said, just have a go, son. There's going to be a lot of kids they're seeing. He did the audition for Fizzy, and they said, can he come back and audition for Bugsy?
What?
And I was like, what? And he came back, he did 2 auditions.
Smashed it.
And he went, I got it. I said, excuse me, son, please. I'm trying to manage expectation here. Then they called us and went, yeah, we'd like to offer the role of Bugsy to Amar. And then that was it. Seeing him walk down them steps with that coat on, everybody loves that. I nearly wet myself.
Because
I was so
it's
excited.
so healing.
I was like, but my sister was like, of all the plays,
It's not an accident.
Bugsy.
It's not an accident.
It's Bugsy. Like, that's my play.
I know.
That's my show.
It was given to you.
And
in
so,
a
my
different
son got
form.
to play Bugsy, so it was beautiful.
That was a healing moment. That's just too weird.
And he smashed it. I kept all the reviews from it. He just did such a great job. I was so proud of him.
Your eldest daughter has recently turned 21.
Mm-hmm. How
hard is it to let go of your children when they become adults? Because that's adult. 18 is adult, but 21 is adult.
I haven't let go of her. I don't know. I'll come back in a few years when I've let go. Let go of whom? Of what? That's my baby.
And she'll always be.
She will always be my baby. She loves being my baby. We're
right.
thick as thieves. Honestly, you'll probably know, but the mantra growing up in our community is when your children kind of step out of line, I'm not one of your little friends.
Yes.
My mum used to say it to me all the time. I said it to my children. I said, who are you talking to? You think I'm one of your little friends? Yeah. Oh no, I'm one of her little friends now.
Oh, does she think you're cute?
She thinks I'm so cute, and I love it. Like, my son calls me Mumsy. She's like, my middle one's like Mummy, normally when she wants something. And then my big girl, but she is like, my go-to. Like, if I'm doing makeup, she's like, no, Mum, you want to buy this product? Mum, you want to get that product? And we have literally become besties.
I love that.
And it's weird to say that because obviously there's a lot of respect there. Obviously, I'm her mum.
Daughters become friends.
But she will be like, she just has my back. She's like, she's me, but a better version.
2.0.
She's me 2.0. She is the iPhone, what are we on now? 35? I don't know.
It is. And that's because you've done your job.
So I look at her and I'm so proud of her, and she inspires me. And she was the person that inspired me to pursue my acting and writing in later life.
They do, don't they? They give you the fire.
She just said to me, she said, Mum, you're always telling me to go for my dreams. What's your dream? And I said, well, being your mum. And she's like, yeah, all right, whatever. What's really your dream? And I said, well, if I could do it, if you could be doing anything right now, Mum, what would you be doing? And I was like, acting, writing. So she said to me, so why aren't you doing it? Well, that was
when the little mirrors start talking back.
She said, why aren't you doing it? And I was like, what?
Why?
Why aren't I doing it? What's the reason?
Yeah, and there is no reason.
And wow, because where I have landed today and where I am now today, boy, man, from the mouths of babes.
I love it. Talk to me about your new audio drama, Do Not Disturb, which sounds amazing. It's about female desire, dating, and I want to know what you've learned about desire and dating in your second act. Talk to me about this show, because it sounds amazing.
This show has been like my other baby, so I have 4 children.
Yes.
I have my actual children, and then I had this child that I birthed. And Do Not Disturb was just born out of a frustration of I'm acting, I'm doing great roles, don't get me wrong, but then I'm just feeling like there's nothing out there that really speaks to me as a woman at this stage of life. No disrespect, but a lot of stuff is targeted toward young adults. That's the target audience with a lot of things. And the virility of women as we get older, it just seems to think like, my kids said it to me, like, I think there might have been a time they might have heard something.
You get spicy and feisty the older you get.
And they might have heard a thing. I don't know. I thought I was being very quiet. And they told me I was not. And I was like, okay. And so it was like, aren't you too old for that? I said, Daddy Chick, I'm like 35. What's the matter with you? Too old for what? How do you think you got here? Yeah. So, and so they were very disgusted. Like, they were genuinely disgusted.
That's hilarious.
They said, get a hobby. I was like,
that is your hobby.
No, kind of a hobby. But it got me thinking. So I'll be really, really honest with you. I I just put pen to paper and I just poured out everything that I would love to be offered as an actress as a role.
And then it flowed.
It flowed. It just poured out of me. I was just like, no, I will say and do everything. Because I didn't think about, oh, who does this target for? You know, all the stuff that comes into when people are... I didn't burden myself with any of that. I wrote it as raunchy and as honest and as everything, you know, my imagination ran with it because I haven't dated like that. But my Lord, do I have friends? And it sounds like it's the trenches out there.
It's the trenches.
It sounds like the ghetto in the dating world.
It is. If I'll show you the folder of filth, I call it, of gentlemen who send me their.
But I've sisters that are dating. I've got friends, and I'm like, these are horror stories.
Wild.
So I was like, boy, man, the pen. So I went to town and I created these characters, and I they're not based on anyone particularly. They're just, an amalgamation of people. And I had so much fun with them.
That's so fun.
Oh my God, I had so much fun with them.
So you have been with your husband for 27 years. You were a baby when you got together. You were 16. What is the secret to a strong, long-term partnership where your hobby is still boom, boom?
You have to like the person.
Yes.
People get so caught up in love and passion and feeling. And I said this to my daughters when I was talking to them about, as they start going into the dating world and stuff. Likability will outlive everything else.
It's so true.
Like the person. And I mean like the person. I sound like Michelle Obama here, but she's honest. Like, even when the days that you don't like them, you respect them and you respect who they are, the content of their character. I said, find someone with a moral compass. I don't care how tall they are, because these other height things. That is not currency.
Yes.
Everything. The one thing is a moral compass. Yeah. That's the one thing that I found has not changed in life. If someone has this moral compass and this set of values, they tend to stay with that person.
It's so true.
That's the fabric of, like, that's their gauge. So find someone with a similar moral compass and a set of core values that are similar to your own. And I believe, nothing's fail safe, but that's something to work with.
Hairlines come and go. Morals don't.
That's it. You either say, like, that's okay or that's not okay. Yeah. And you can try and talk it away. Oh, no, that's what they believe. They'll continue to believe that if they are that inclined to think and believe, and then that's how they'll stay. And I think that when I met George, he was just a good person.
Values. And good family, good values.
Good values. Like, he was just a good person that, when everything happened and everything comes on top, he just would make the right call. Yeah. He'll do the right thing.
And that's all you can ask for.
And so for me, that was like foundational level of fundamentals. These are, would they do, regardless of their own, would they always do the right thing? And so that's probably what's kept us together for such a long time, is that both of us tend to do the right thing by each other.
I love that. What are you doing differently in your second act compared to your first?
Putting myself first.
It's very
valuing
simple.
Myself.
Yeah.
Considering myself. Whichever way you want to. I never considered me.
And putting your needs first.
Yeah, and knowing what my needs were. What do I need right now? Do I need rest? Do I need a break? Give myself that break.
Yeah.
Don't wait for somebody else to do it.
That's a big one for me. I don't sleep. And it is that, like, nourish yourself.
Yeah.
What's been your biggest learning since starting your second act? What have you learnt the most?
That I'm great.
You love yourself.
I love myself. I am just an absolute scream. I'm a riot.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. Like, I don't need anybody else to validate that for me. I've learnt that, no, I'm good at that. Yeah. I said I'm good at that.
And that I don't need anyone external voices.
No, I know I'm good at that.
I love that.
I'll clap myself.
And if you could go back in time in your time machine to your first act, to your younger self, and to our listeners, what would you say?
Baby girl, it's going to be all right. Yeah. I think that was always my worry when I was younger, the future. And I'd love to just go back and tell a sweet girl, just...
More than you can imagine, it's
baby
all right.
Girl, it gets better. It gets so much. Hold on, it gets so much better.
It's time for your second act, where we read emails and voice notes sent in by you, my wonderful listeners, and this one's from Olivia.
Hi, Ateh. It's Olivia. I'm very much into my second act, post-divorce, physically and mentally judged, and I'm dating again for the first time in 6 years, and I'm really rather loving it. But there's a twist to it, which is it's not my teenage daughter who's the problem. In fact, she's really cool about the whole thing. In fact, she's sort of rooting for me, which is lovely. But my mom, she's widowed, very, very loving, but she's very used to me being emotionally and often physically just on call. She very much likes to know where I am at all times. And she doesn't mean it in a suffocating way. It's how she shows she cares. But now I really want a bit of space to explore this new relationship. And I don't want to have to keep inventing increasingly elaborate alibis for where I am. So how do I create some boundaries without hurting my mom and without ending up feeling like an absolutely awful daughter?
Yeah.
Oh,
Olivia, thank you for that.
yeah.
I was going to say something very raunchy, like video called her naked from bed, going, I'm busy.
Oh Lord, I don't know. I feel like
I think that's a lot.
I feel like her mum may not get that.
Be like, I'm busy.
I'm busy, babe.
I'm busy. But I don't think that's necessarily...
It just sounds like it comes from a place. I hear Olivia. I think it's coming from a place that her mum
could be control, could be a little...
I think she cares, and I think when you've, I'm just thinking of myself of my mum,
Yeah.
and I'm also thinking of my daughter, and you know,
It is a letting go.
if her mum's a widow and her daughter's divorced, they've obviously had a newfound connection again
Yeah.
in later life that has probably been very nourishing for her mum.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, my daughter and me, we don't have partners.
We're
We're
besties.
besties and we can call each other up. And you really, she probably revels in that. There's probably an element of fear for her mum, is that actually, I don't want to lose that. You know, she's obviously lost her husband.
Yeah.
She don't want to lose. I got empathy for that. I think for Olivia's predicament, girl, you got to explore that new relationship. You got to test out that. And so boundaries are, I think, for any subject matter for a parent are going to be hard.
But have an honest conversation.
Yeah, an honest and just say, look, and bring her in. I think what you could do to kind of like repackage, that's another thing for the second act, man. We repackage, is actually, Mum, I've got this exciting date. I'm going out to get an outfit to like,
Help me. Yeah.
Help me. Oh my God, we're going to this place. I'm going to let you know soon. Like, just bring her in a bit, share, just so that she doesn't feel like and then she won't have to hold on so tight in the sense
Good point.
do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you just have to exchange something for something.
Yeah.
She's so used to having Olivia on call. She's so used to being able to,
Bring her in
and make her come on this new phase so that she doesn't feel like she's losing anything.
It's gaining.
Yeah.
The key.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you, Olivia, and I hope that
Thank
works
you.
out. And good luck on your new relationship. Very exciting.
Yeah.
And thank you. That's great advice. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming
so
on
much. I've had
Second
so
Act.
much fun.
It's been such a lovely chat, and you are quite fabulous. I can't wait to hear Do Not Disturb, which quite frankly will just be a documentary, it sounds like, of my dating experience. And I
and
can't...
some raunchy stuff in there.
I love that for you.
There's some female indulgent.
Oh, I love it. Well, thank you so much, and thanks for coming on Second
Thank you
Act.
for having me.
Yay! Thanks so much for listening. If you've got a dilemma or question you need answering, email me at secondactpod@hellomagazine.com. Don't forget to rate us if you've enjoyed the show, and you can find all the best Second Act wisdom from our experts via the Hello Magazine website. And I'll see you next week.